Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Viking Conquest. Now, when we left off, we had been defeated, rather drastically, by the Kingdom of Alban, and they had, of course, taken our fief. And many of you stated that I should reload. Well, I somewhat did, but unfortunately I really didn't have a very recent save. So, I basically had to take it back. So I took back Quilnan, and he did actually give us the fief once again, but it was quite an old save, so yet again I had to do quite a few things. I have not yet declared war against the Kingdom of Alban by doing the quest, of course, so we have instead Jarl Harold Hemmingson from the Kingdom of Fries attempting, or shall we say, being very successful at looting Trf Cthers. So we are going to be heading over here, taking this guy out as best we can. And as you can see, he has -3 with us. So, let's do it, shall we? 59 against 34, I think we should be okay. I have been attempting to recruit a couple more units, as many as I can get, really, but it's been quite difficult, because, of course, we're not really in a very good position at the moment. We only have one fief that we're able to recruit units from on England, basically, yes. In Denmark, that is a completely different story, because everyone loves us over there, but yes, over here, because they are primarily Christian, and we have, I would say, -80 in the Christianity department, then, yeah, we're having a great deal of difficulty in that case. So, I am actually wondering, should we convert to Christianity soon, or should we just stay a pagan and have issues recruiting for the foreseeable future? But I suppose it wouldn't actually give us that many issues if we were able to recruit, or shall we say, capture a lot of castles and indeed towns, because I do believe if you are the lord of a particular castle or town, then it actually does not matter whether you have a -99 or a +99 relation with a particular place. So yeah, a little bit worried about that, because villages, they do matter. They don't allow you to be able to recruit, as far as I'm aware. Yes, it only appears that castles and towns allow you to ask for potential recruits. So I'll do my very best to see what we can do about that. I'm hoping that because Halfdan likes us a lot, we'll be able to quite easily gain maybe another castle? That might be a little too cheeky of us to potentially ask for that, but yes, as you just saw there, we knocked out Jarl Hemmingson himself, and their troops have now panicked, thankfully enough, and our horse is almost dead. I cannot believe people can ride horses here and not have them die. Goodness me. Okay. Maybe they're just a little bit more cautious than I am, because I do tend to run in where angels fear to tread, and what does that make me? Yes, I'm not going to say it. Okay, so yes, we actually didn't lose anyone at all in that entire bout, which was very nice indeed to see. So, we are able to recruit some peasant women, which is not bad at all, if I do say so myself. And we can also take a couple of other units to put in our garrison at Quilnan. That's going to be pretty nice. So, we get a couple of pieces of loot, not too bad. Unfortunately, we are a little bit low in terms of our food situation. So I think... Wait a minute, is this actually a town? It is! And we can actually besiege it if we want, but unfortunately we were not able to shop for food over there. I know it's the Kingdom of Alban, but we're not actually technically at war against them just yet, so I was hoping that we'd have a good time, but no such luck right there. Now, as you just saw, we do have Rathbarth right next to us, but I don't believe we will be speaking to him just yet. As you saw in the previous episode, you know what happens. Yes, you know what happens when we do that, so I'm hopeful that we'll try to do that in... well, I wouldn't say in 10 episodes, but I would say in a little bit less than maybe 3 episodes, because I think we'll probably have a pretty decent army by that time. I hope so, at least. If not, then I'm going to be quite disappointed, but I think that should be fine. I'm actually hoping we can find a slave trader. If there is no if there's no slave trader in here, I was going to say, then we can, of course... Whoa! Then we can, of course, go into the docks, but goodness me, look at that, 3,200! Wow, I want to fight more vassals. Oh, veterans. Excellent. 12 of them for 6,400. I will take them. Why not? Oh my goodness, I just want more of those. I really want more of those. As many as I can get of those veterans. They are very good. Of course, not as good as Sphere Warriors as far as I'm aware, but still, excellent units. And there's Halfton as well. Okay. Well, I could have spoken to Rathpath right there to trigger the event of the Kingdom of Alban causing war against us, but I don't believe so. Okay, he's giving that to one of his brothers. Well, that's wholly understood. No problem at all right there. Now, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to, yes, ask for potential recruits. Very nice indeed. And now, as you can probably see, by us managing our castle, we have the prison tower done in 9 days. So I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to complete that. And wait a minute. What is this? Oh, that's Kingdom of Alban. Ah, that's unfortunate. I was hoping that it wouldn't actually be them and it would be someone else, because I have a feeling that we'd be able to take it if it was something else that is actually at war against us at the moment. There is a monastery very close to us, but I don't think that that's a good idea. Is it? Is it a good idea? Maybe. Maybe it's a good idea. I'm really looking for something to attack right now. So, what do we do when we want to attack something? Well, we take a look at our faction relations right here. Glissing, Cornubia, Altklut, and Fries, as well as the Kingdom of Mida. So, they are all hating us right now. So, let's take a look. They the Lathalind faction right there. Where can I find Glissing? I do believe they're right down here. Yes, there they are. Okay, shall I attempt to take something from the Glissing faction? Well, they're quite far away, aren't they? Which is quite a difficult thing to deal with. Okay, why not? Let's do it. Let's travel down there, and we'll see what kind of units they have. Now, how many do we have? We have 81. We have 81 units. That's actually not too bad. And we could take on probably... I'm thinking we could probably take on a vassal that is 150? Maybe not more than that. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And, oh, Lathalind is now declaring war against Connachta. Connachta? Yes. And we'll see what kind of strength the units of the Glissing are like. We have some renegades over there, but only 34. I really would like 50 or so, maybe, but maybe 34 would have been okay. I would have definitely attacked them if they had some prisoners, but they didn't have any prisoners, so not really any point. We are very close, actually, now. Oh! These guys... Okay, these guys are actually not that low in relation with us. They're like -3? Or -2? Oh. Oh my goodness. This is terrible. Okay. Call your enemy forward. One of your men breaks away. Oh no. Oh, we won the duel! Yes! Okay, let's read this, because we won it. Okay, great. One of your men breaks away from the ranks, and saunters towards the enemy, then turns, pulls his coat halfway up, and shows his behind. An enemy champion runs towards him, enraged, and tosses a javelin. It is a wild shot that falls a few feet from your warrior. The enemy then draws his sword and charges with a cry. Your man quickly prepares himself and stands his ground, waiting with a spear rocking in his hand. Each champion batters the other's shield in an effort to hit home. Watching closely, you observe the first blood spilled, and then the last, as your champion thrusts his spear through the mouth of his opponent. After catching his breath, your champion turns around and shouts to your men, "I was too big a mouthful! You have won the duel. Excellent." And your party gains some morale, but it doesn't actually do anything else. Okay, well, let's do it. Why not? 283, we have -5 battle advantage, so we have... Do they really have 283 on the battlefield? They have the entire army on the battlefield. Okay, well, this might not go too well. This might not go too well. Well, don't say I never give you exciting situations that are basically unwinnable. Yep. No. I think this is... Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I can't even say that with conviction. I was going to say, oh, I think this is winnable. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. With 283 units on the battlefield on his side, it's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good, but he doesn't really have very good units, as you can probably see. Most of them are skirmishers. They don't really have very good armor on, but I'm sure he has a lot of those elsewhere. That is first blood, apart from the duel, of course. Okay, come on, take these guys out, thank you very much. And, wow, there's actually quite a lot of these guys. Let's just order our guys to charge in, right? Why not? Why not? I think we have a good chance. And take out the Caravan Master as well. Very good. Okay. Well, there are a couple of our units. There we are, chasing that light horseman, but I think we're okay now. So, let's see. Oh, these are skirmishers. Aha, I did not realize that. That's not too good. Okay, I think we might just have to retreat right here. I know, I really don't want to, but I think we might have to, because really, we are so outnumbered, there is absolutely no way that we're going to be able to do this. Not with our units. Even though we are doing a lot of damage right now, I think retreating is probably going to be the only way we can even survive. Yes, I know, thank you very much. Please don't stop me, because I'd like to just run away here. Gwed! Goodness me. Okay, so we still have 67, so we only lost 14 units right there, but yeah, that's not too great. But we do have 16 of these veterans still, we have 8 of our Sphere Warriors still, and we can actually... I was going to say we could stop off into Jorvik and see if we could get some units. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut away and I'll see if I can actually find some additional veterans or Sphere Warriors. And now I know that we should definitely avoid doing battle with Gwed. But thankfully enough, most of our units were only knocked unconscious and not killed, as we lose 1100 from our wages. Okay, so I received word from our marshal that Quilnan was going to be attacked, or at least he was asking his vassals to, I suppose, defend Quilnan, and I decided, okay, let's head back there as quickly as we can, and who should I find but this fellow, and he was just attempting to siege it, or at least he hadn't started the siege, but he was just about to, in my opinion. So, let us take this guy out. I do believe this is actually one of the last units from the kingdom of Brytenwalda, and we are going to be taking him down and hopefully eliminating him from the game. Hopefully that will then mean that that faction has been eliminated, because I do believe most of their fiefs have actually been taken, and that's why this guy is being a little bit stubborn when it comes to his livelihood, shall we say. And whoa, I actually thought that guy had a spear for a second. That's why I put my shield up. Ah. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. I would have liked to have used a spear against him as well, but... never mind. Okay, well, let's try it, shall we? Let's try using our spear a little bit, and we'll go into first person. Oh, yeah. 41 damage. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We are on a hill as well, so do bear that in mind. Ooh, look at that. Lovely. Okay, so we are actually distracting these guys rather nicely, I gotta say, and... Ooh, okay. Your weapon was damaged. Oh, no. Okay, let's switch back to our sword then. Yes. Ooh, that was an Uchelweir as well. I was hoping to actually knock one of those guys unconscious. Maybe I should just let my units do that. Because as long as my units knock those guys unconscious, we'll be able to sell them to the slave trader for such a huge amount of money. And saying that, it might be a good idea to take this guy prisoner as well. I'd like to take this guy out, though, if possible. Okay, javelins, go! Oh, yeah, there we are. We shot him in the behind. There we are. Shot him in the rear. And did a lot of damage. Of course. Okay, there we go. Oh, yes, old captain. An old captain knocked unconscious a noble. That is very nice indeed. That means we'll be able to sell that guy for a very tidy profit indeed. So, let's hopefully be able to take this guy out as well. I'm just trying to injure him, so maybe that peasant woman will be able to knock him unconscious. It appears that her weapon is not doing any damage to him whatsoever, as you can probably see, so it appears I'll just have to kill him instead. That is unfortunate. If only she had let the old captain attack him. But there we are. Never mind, we did not suffer any casualties, and he did manage to escape. But we are able to take a huge amount of prisoners here, 8 to be exact. And a couple of shields that we can sell for a pretty tidy profit as well. So, let's see here. Okay, so Borgar has actually leveled up. That's very nice to see. So 2 more skill points. What are we going to be spending them in? Power Strike and something. Riding skill? Athletics? I think athletics is probably going to be fine. I think we did this last episode as well. So there we have it. Okay, so Quilnan is completely fine now, which is great. Hopefully we'll be able to recruit a couple more. Yes! Another 8 units from there. And as a result of that, I will now cut away and we'll be heading down to the Kingdom of Glissing and we'll see what kind of units they have to offer. Okay, so to cut a long story short, I headed down to the region of the Kingdom of Glissing, and yeah, it didn't really turn out too well because most of their vassals have over 220 units each. And as they have such a small territory, they are also able to consolidate many of their forces in all of their fiefs as well, so there was basically no way I would be able to siege any of that. So I think what I'll have to do is spend a little bit of time off screen trying to progress, trying to get a bigger army as time goes on. So I thought for the last couple of minutes of this episode, I think we would probably attempt to explore in some ancient stones here. Before you lies a strange place, which seems to emanate a mystical energy from the past, and I thought we might want to explore around this particular area. Not far away on top of the hills, you see several stone circles of the ancients. On this site, you imagine you can feel the magic, as if a bit of the old religion of the Celts still struggles to survive. Refugees and deserters have made this place their home. They are protected under the mantle of the last druid, and their blood of their sacrifices, I do believe? Maybe. Now, who is this? That is a young warrior, and who is this? Peasant woman, okay. I was hoping to find an NPC that I could potentially speak to, so I think we probably want to head over here. Aha, hello, semi-naked man. Prisoner and druid. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take a look here. My lord, I am a priest of the old gods. Do you know them? Certainly not. Men are forgetting them. Now they worship Christ. There are other gods in the land before the arrival of the Christians. I have read and heard the stories of our elders. I have restored their worship here. I see. A good excuse to create your own sect. You are mad. I see only evil here. Yes. A good excuse? I do not hurt anyone. People who want to come here are free to join us or leave. Why punish me with your presence? Oh my goodness. Tell me about your gods. Our gods came largely from 2 families, the children of Dawn and the children of Lear. Dawn was a goddess of the sky and Lear was a god of the sea. Dawn is known as the Big Mother. Among her children were the god Gwydion and the goddess Arianrod. Gwydion was a god druid, a master of illusion and fantasy. He was a friend and helper of mankind, and a constant fighter against the powers of the underworld, the realm of Anwen. Arianrod, called the Silver Circle, bore 2 sons, Dylan and Lou. Dylan had a great affinity for the sea and swam as well as the best fish in the ocean. It is said that the waves of Britannia wept for Dylan at his death. Arianrod had poor bonds with her other son Lou, and his care was left largely to Gwydion. Math, the brother of the goddess Dawn, was a master of magic, and Gwydion's teacher of spells. Do you want to make a sacrifice to the old gods? But I warn you, they are fickle. Oh my. I want to sell you all the prisoners I have. Oh my goodness. Sure, why not? 863 to the druid. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, we are not here by chance. We are near the ancient kingdom of Defed, a territory connected with Anwen, the underworld. Here we are close to all the gods and goddesses, because this is the time of their fall. The gods of Anwen are now the most powerful. I am a follower of Bran, a god of the underworld, whose eminence is most often associated with his wonderful head. Bran is also the patron of bards, minstrels, and musicians. You should pray to him. And this is a prisoner. He looks at you with eyes of hate. Do you like the sacrifices? Would you like to see these bastards kill a Saxon? Bah! Get lost. Okay, farewell. Farewell, yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I think that will probably be the end of this episode, and next time on Viking Conquest, we will have a much bigger army. I am going to hopefully wait for some time at Quilnan. I'll just continually recruit as many volunteers as I can, and hopefully not run out of money as time goes on as well. I might have to do a little bit of fighting with some lesser vassals. Maybe I'll record some of that just as a couple of highlights, but we'll see. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.